You, my friend, are a riddle to me. Because I've run your face and your prints through every database we have. You know what we found? Nothing. So, why don't we start with your name?
47.
Welcome to What the Flick, everybody. Ben, Matt, Christy, and Alonzo, our second Assassin movie of the aptly titled Assassin Week.
Assassin Week, yeah. Better than Shark Week.
It's good. Is it?
I'm not sure it is.
Maybe. All right, so Hitman Agent 47 is based on the video game. This is the second time that we've gotten a movie based on that franchise. This is about an assassin, go figure, who is part of a shadowy organization, and he's taken down other shadowy organizations. And in this movie, there's a woman on the run from both of these shadowy organizations. Can I say that too many times? Let's watch the trailer.
You know why you're still alive? Because I chose not to kill you. But they will. Do you remember the day they took you? We were part of the same program. They want what's inside our DNA. The speed. The intelligence. The strength.
Okay, untie me.
You're the same as me. So untie yourself.
They are the key to everything.
The gift is not just surviving, you see everything. We're gonna burn this program to the ground.
I think this is one of those movies you look at and you go, okay, so it's slickly shot and the fight choreography is decent and it keeps moving, but there's no script. I don't care about who these people are. I don't understand why everyone's running around and doing all this stuff, and it's just a giant waste of time.
You know what the script is? The script is The Man from U.N.C.L.E. This is exactly The Man from U.N.C.L.E. because you have a beautiful and tormented young woman who has to be taken out of Berlin.
Who's a pawn.
Who's a pawn, but there might be more to her than we initially think.
Right.
And she's looking for her scientist father who's been hiding, and you have two different agents from competing organizations who are fighting to protect her and or work with her.
So what we're saying is go see Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Go see Man from U.N.C.L.E. because it's so much better. But this is like exact. I said it to you walking out. This is Man from U.N.C.L.E. And also you have some shades of American Ultra too. Kinda.
Yeah, you know, this is a movie that you know, kind of answers the question: can you make a movie where the action's good and nothing else works? Not really. Now that being said, this movie, unlike a lot of other video game adaptations, I felt like there were some things that this movie did that felt a little bit more organic. Like there's a scene where she has to avoid these cameras, these security cameras, which, you know, for people who played that game, like that's a typical level that you would see in one of those games. And this movie actually set up that scene in a way that it didn't feel like shoehorned in. And I felt like whatever writing went into this movie kind of went into setting up parts of the movie that would feel natural and native to the game and at the expense of any character work. And that's what's unfortunate, because I think that if they had spent some time actually developing these characters, you might have actually had a decent movie here.
Well, and the thing is, they have cast some actual actors in it.
Right.
I mean, Rupert Friend has been really great on Homeland. I mean, Zachary Quinto is in this thing, and I'm thinking, did you want a trip to Berlin that bad?
Right.
After when I started getting bored, I started thinking about, like, what would I rather see Rupert Friend and Zachary Quinto doing? It's like speed the plow,
having lunch,
waiting for Godot, like just anything but this.
You got Karen Hines in this, right?
Yes, he's the dad. Hannah Ware, who is the beautiful badass at the center of it. I mean, like, she's gorgeous, but sort of stoic, does not really get a whole lot to do besides be a pawn and be on the run and be afraid, although we're supposed to believe that she's this tremendous badass.
Right, and so what happens is you get any moments where the characters are talking to each other and there's supposed to be character development, the movie just completely stops. It completely grinds to a halt. And then once the action starts again, it's pretty slick. It's, you know, it's shot beautifully.
Yeah, it looks like a commercial.
It's got a fair
It's
amount
shiny.
of...
It's an Audi commercial.
Specifically an Audi commercial.
I thought this was, look, as an August video game adaptation goes, oof.
There's your blur.
The bar is down there somewhere.
It's okay.
So here's my question. I don't know this video game at all. Is this in
neither.
any way like the video game?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
like there's, what happens in the game is there'll be, it's not just this guy who goes and shoots people just to shoot them. There's a fair, depending on the mission, there's a fair amount of stealth that you have to do, and there's a fair amount of like setting up traps and that kind of thing. And the movie exemplifies that in a way that doesn't feel really shoehorned in. Like it kind of makes it work. And we've seen worse elements. A good example of of a bad version of doing that is Doom. Right, in the Doom movie, you get the point of view shot, and it's so gratuitous and so stupid. This one, it's not gratuitous. It kind of feels germane to the story, and it works. So the thing, in the factory, where the jet factory,
Okay.
like that's
That was kinda
would
gnarly.
that would be a level right out of the game, or the airport scene would be a level right out of the game, and it kind of works in the story. But the biggest problem with this movie is you never give a shit about the characters.
No.
And that's the biggest problem.
It's just shiny, soulless violence. It's pummeling.
I mean, I don't play video games, so I don't have a giant opinion about you can't turn them into movies. What I can say is I have yet to see a movie based on a video game that was worth a shit. Every one that I've seen has been really terrible. So I don't know that there's something inherent about video games and the nature of film that makes the two incompatible. I just know that no one's cracked that code yet.
The first Tron.
But that wasn't a game first.
Oh, was it
Right,
a movie
something-
first and then became a game?
Yes.
Oh. The second Tron?
Oh, God.
Yeah, you're right. Like all the Resident Evil ones, we were talking about House of the Dead and Alone in the Dark, and it's all like
Whatever.
shaky cam first person stuff.
All I'm going to say is Super Mario Brothers is fucking
Oh God.
The worst.
That was a movie. I'd forgotten that was a
paid
movie.
to see that in the theater.
I'd forgotten about
Speaking
that.
of John Leguizamo,
Because
doing
it was
shitty
from the
movies.
directors of DOA. I thought, how bad could it be? And
So
then I found out.
We have low numbers then. What are our low numbers?
3. For the gloss.
I give it 2.7.
I think it's fine. I give it a 5.
Okay. Our average is 3.6.
It is at a lowly 4% on the tomato meter.
4?
Sadly,
A
4.
person
You know,
likes it.
Like, and I don't know this thing. First of all, you guys have American Ultra at an hour 39, but that counted like what were some seriously long credits because American Ultra was not that long, and I know because of when I got home and when it started. Like, and,
All that matters.
It
What time do you
streamed
get
right
home?
next to my house, and so and this is an hour 25.
This feels longer.
Felt
This
longer.
feels a lot longer.
Oh, and they set up a sequel at the end, as if.
All right, wait. Now here's the real question about this movie.
But wouldn't it? Hold on, just real quick.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be great if we entered into a world where sort of bad, silly, mid to late August releases were 90 minutes instead of 120
That would
minutes?
be
I mean,
That would be great.
Such progress for America.
Cut us a
Go
break.
ahead. What were you going to say?
So, Hitman, Agent 47, a late summer Fox adaptation of and reboot, better or worse than Fantastic Four?
Oh.
I'm going to
Better.
say vaguely better for production values, if nothing else.
If I had to sit through one of them again, is death an option? I guess I'd watch this again.
There you go.
But
It's better than Fantastic Four.
again, low bar.
Tea and cake or death? What do you pick? Bye.